Imagine standing in the middle of a storm. The wind lashes, rain pours, the world around you rages, and yet within you, silence. No trembling, no chaos, only a clear, steady core. What if serenity does not mean freedom from pain, but the strength to remain standing while everything else falls apart? The Stoics said, "It is not things that disturb us, but our view of things." But is that truly possible? Can a human being learn to be unshakable? Today, I invite you on a journey into Stoic philosophy. We will explore why calmness is not an escape, but a form of strength. Why, for over 2,000 years, people have turned to the words of Epictetus, Seneca, and Marcus Aurelius. And perhaps, by the end, you'll discover that true freedom is not out there, but within yourself. There are days when life feels heavy on the shoulders. The missed train, the message that wounds us, the plans that crumble like dry leaves. I sit quietly by the window. The world rushes on, but I breathe. One breath in, one breath out. Rain traces paths across the glass, and I wonder, am I just a leaf in the wind, or am I the tree that stands? Stoic philosophy feels like a quiet teacher, not pointing a finger, but meeting me with a gentle gaze that says, "Look, you cannot control everything, but you can choose how you respond." Maybe that is the heart of it. Not trying to tame the waves, but learning how to sail upon them. And as the world tests me, I remember everything passes, and what remains is the stance I take.
Origins and core ideas. Stoicism arose in the 3rd century BCE in Athens, founded by Zeno of Citium. It was never an abstract philosophy, but a way of life. The Stoics weren't searching for complex theories. They sought answers to one simple question: how can I live well even in the face of pain, loss, and uncertainty? 3 central ideas shaped their practice: control and the uncontrollable. We distinguish between what lies within our power, our thoughts, actions, decisions, and what does not: fate, illness, death. Freedom begins when we release what was never ours to hold. Nature and reason. Humanity is part of the cosmos, part of its order. To live in harmony with nature means to live rationally, virtuously, and with compassion. Virtue as the highest good, not wealth, not fame, not pleasure, but justice, courage, wisdom, and moderation. All else is indifferent, useful, perhaps, but never essential to happiness. Stoic practice in daily life. This philosophy was not meant for shelves, but for daily use. Negative visualization. Imagine losing what you love, not out of gloom, but to sharpen gratitude. By picturing loss, we awaken to the value of the present. The dichotomy of control. It is not in my hands. This phrase becomes a shield. Criticism, weather, chance, let them go. But your attitude, your virtue, your choices, that
remains yours. Writing and reflection. Marcus Aurelius wrote only for himself. His meditations were exercises, mirrors for his mind. Today we call it journaling. The practice is the same, to seek clarity within. Philosophy, then, is not dry. It is a toolbox for every morning, every encounter, every crisis.
Stoicism, calm, and modern relevance. Why does Stoicism still captivate us today? Because we live in an age of overload, always available, always measured, always driven. Stoicism acts like a remedy. It reminds us, your worth does not depend on likes, salary, or status. Your worth lies in your virtue. In times of crisis, illness, career setbacks, grief, the Stoics remind us pain does not disappear, but it can be carried. Seneca wrote, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." And maybe this is the lesson for us today. Not every thought deserves to be followed. Not every emotion must become our master.
At work, a colleague criticizes you in front of others. Instantly, anger rises. A Stoic thought might be, what he says is not in my control, but how I respond, that is mine. Instead of fury, calm. In the family, a conflict flares, old wounds resurface. A Stoic would ask, does my anger heal, or does it only deepen the pain? And perhaps choose silence, not from weakness, but from strength. In loss, a loved one dies, the pain remains, yet the Stoic practice helps us see death not as a mistake, but as part of nature's order. Grief does not become less real, but it is born with dignity. In the modern world, social media feeds us endless comparisons. But Marcus Aurelius reminds us, the opinion of others is their concern, not yours. Calmness becomes a shield against the noise of the world.
Perhaps Stoic philosophy is not a recipe for eternal peace. Perhaps it is more like a compass, pointing us toward where to look when life's storms arrive. It teaches us that strength is not about being invulnerable. It is about staying vulnerable and still standing firm. And maybe as you hear these words, you ask yourself, which battles in my life are truly mine, and which do I carry only because I forgot I am free to let them go? The answer to that question, that is the beginning of your own philosophy.